All right, so this is the project as it stands in beta reviews. Um, so it looks kind of similar to the stage that it was at during alpha reviews, but it's much more technically sophisticated. So where I had an Arduino before, we now have the Cypress PSOC 4, which is really cool because the functions of all of its pins are sort of reprogrammable on the fly. So we can take it's 34 or so pins and reconfigure them all to be analog inputs, which is going to be awesome for this project. So what we have going on is thumbstick hooked up again to the PSOC 4, and then the PSOC 4 is actually communicating via the SPI protocol to the Raspberry Pi, which is pretty nifty because it's really fast, it's really stable. It's much easier to use than the I2C connection, which is what I was using previously. And it's a 4-wire connection. It's these three, data in, data out, chip select, and the clock signal. So this thumbstick, it's just controlling one note now, but you can hear that it's got volume and then timbral controls. So the note there is based on a square wave, and the thumbstick controls the pulse width of the square wave in addition to high and low pass filters. So that direction is the pulse width, and this direction, that's a low pass filter, and that's a high pass filter. And then the angle, sort of off axis of the thumbstick is the volume. And there's also this RGB LED on the PSOC that I am controlling with the thumbstick, which is sort of just a stand-in for the actual RGB LEDs that we're going to be using in the final product. The last sort of exciting thing is the synthesis patch, which is much more sophisticated now. This one is polyphonic, so each of these 4 blocks here generates one note. It's based off of a sine wave that gets converted into a square with variable pulse width, and then it gets passed through a couple filters, a volume control, and then it gets mixed through a final filter over here. That's a waveform output, but when it's active, it makes the patch run a little bit too slowly. So yeah, this is most of the progress so far.